If you're not familiar with Draco the Ruler, he's arguably the biggest underground rapper out of California right now. Draco, whose real name is Daryl Caldwell, grew up in the hundreds. This is a legendary section in LA. Draco was raised as a Crip, based on the block he's from. His neighborhood is rowdy, and it's known to be one of the most active areas in LA. As Draco got older, he began his own wave with his friends from his neighborhood. They started calling themselves the Stink Team. They still have their neighborhood affiliations, but they just wanted to have their own style. The Stink Team is officially classified as a street gang by LAPD. The group is made up of Draco the Ruler, his brother Ralphie the Plug, Catchy the Great, Kales, Bambino, and Say So the Mac. The group began having notoriety after Draco dropped his debut album, I Am Mr. Mosley. From there, his unique style brought him and the Stink Team to West Coast fame. While all this fame was coming, the Stink Team was living a real street life behind the scenes. But before we get into the beef, let's talk about who they don't have problems with. The Stink Team is cool with the Jordan Downs projects, also known as Grape Street. This is where the movie Menace to Society was filmed. This legendary hood is where 03 Greedo is from, and that's why you see Draco yelling Free 03. The Stink Team is also cool with the Rolling 40s. The 40s are under the Neighborhood Crips umbrella. They're located right below USC campus and the Coliseum. The Stink Team also associates with the East Coast Crips, not to mean like East Coast New York, rather the east side of LA. Let me be honest, the Stink Team has beef with the whole LA. They're really the top ops of Southern California. Their main and first opposition is the Inglewood families, which is located in Inglewood, obviously, right by the Chargers' new stadium. The Inglewood families go by IFGB, and they are one of the oldest established gangs in LA. They're the guys who wear red, you know, the Bloods. IFGB has been rivals with the Neighborhood Crips and Rolling 40s for decades. Inglewood family is represented by famous rappers Frosty the Snowman and Rucci. Frosty the Snowman got famous with his hit songs Ya Dig and Milwaukee Bucks. All of this takes me to a tragic incident in 2016. December 10th, 2016. There's a naughty pajama party in Carson, California. Both Inglewood family and the Stink Team decide to show up. Draco the Ruler and Stink Team members are outside the party chilling by their cars. That's when they notice their rivals from Inglewood family. An IFGB top member, Davion Gregory, who goes by Red Bull, walks out of the party with Arizona Cardinals wide receiver Travis Broom. Draco notices and turns around to his group and says, "Let's get out of here." Then Red Bull and Travis Boom walk by the Stink Team. That's when shots start flying from a man behind a black Mercedes SUV. Davion Gregory would be hit multiple times with a 40 and a 38. He would pass away at the scene. LAPD would check the security cameras from around the area and find a black Mercedes fleeing the scene. After internet research, an investigator would find the same car in Draco's music video. It was his most recent music video called Chunky Monkey, and you see him driving around in the black Mercedes. In that same video, they would also see a 40 and a 38. That would be all the evidence they needed to arrest Draco the Ruler and the Stink Team. Here's where things get interesting. LAPD decided to do some sneaky stuff. They would put all of the Stink Team in different cells and they would assign them with fake cellmates. What do I mean by that? Well, their cellmates were undercover cops pretending to be criminals. The undercover cops would wear wires to see what kind of information they could get out of them. Well, that would be a smart move, but I have no idea how that's legal. Like, there's no way you should be able to do that. Anyways, Stink Team and Rolling 40s member Too Shitty would tell a cellmate that Jaden Boyd was the one who did it. Jaden Boyd goes by AB, so technically he said AB did it, but investigators were able to figure it out anyways. Mind you, Jaden Boyd was not even being investigated for it in the first place. Well, that would change because those comments by his friend would get him arrested. And also, because of those comments, LAPD would start giving out deals to more members who were willing to speak up. They were throwing football numbers at Draco and his crew. I'm talking about 20 years, 30, 40, 50, and more. That would be unless they would speak up and tell names. Well, everyone would stay solid except one. Draco the Ruler's right-hand man, who goes by Solo, would take a deal with the police. They would offer to drop his charges and let him walk free if he gave up information, and he would tell them everything they needed. He would tell investigators that the whole Stink Team was at Draco's house on Aviation Boulevard before the party. He said that Draco found the pajama party on social media and that he wanted to pull up. He said they drove to the party in 5 cars, with Draco leading the way in his black Mercedes. Sola says they're all chilling at their cars when Too Shitty tells them that he sees Inglewood families in the party. Then Solo says he sees Red Bull walk by their car. He says that Draco the Ruler would say, "Let's get out of here." Then he says he heard shots coming from his way and he took cover. He says he saw Stink Team member Kells busting his 40 and he saw AB busting his 38. That's when they took the whole Stink Team down. When you hear rappers say watch your homies and that it'll be the closest ones to you that'll burn you, it's nothing but the truth. Here's how it would play out in court. Draco was able to hang jury twice on the murder charge, and he would only end up facing possession charges. Everyone assumed that he was in the clear, but then the judge would demand a retrial. So Draco would remain locked up for a few more years. This move by the judge was very controversial, and many people thought it was injustice. Well, Draco was finally able to get out in 2020. Things wouldn't turn out so well for his associates though. His friend and fellow Stink Team rapper Kells ended up getting life without parole. It seems that Jaden Boyd, also known as AB, is still facing his charges to this day. And then that brings us to Solo, the rat. Well, Solo would end up going free after he testified, and now he's tucking his tail out of state somewhere under witness protection. So now that Draco is out free, he has come back harder than ever. He has dropped 4 albums and he has gotten more famous across the country.